Are you confused about machine learning and artificial intelligence? Maybe you don't even know what they are, let alone how they can help you in your business. If so, stay tuned. This video's for you. First, we're going to look at how AI and ML are revolutionizing how businesses leverage data to make smart decisions. Next, you'll understand how these technologies have increased automation, leading to more streamlined businesses. Lastly, we're going to delve into the world of personalized customer experiences and learn how AI and ML are revolutionizing the space. Let's get started. So let's look at some definitions first. Artificial intelligence is when computers are set up so that they create outputs that look like a human made them. It's intelligent, it looks smart. Machine learning is specifically a branch of artificial intelligence that uses large amounts of data and algorithms to make decisions without explicit instructions. So in other words, it analyzes a great deal of information. To be clear, when we think about artificial intelligence, we're hearing about it everywhere we go right now, mainly because of generative AI, which was rolled out in late 2022. And because of some of its features and abilities, people are a little spooked and they think, the robots are coming, they're going to take over. We're about to reach the singularity. Please understand, the concept of artificial intelligence is not something new. The term was coined in the 1950s. We've had examples of artificial intelligence in our sci-fi books and movies since the late 1800s. So this is not a new concept. Let's take a deeper look at artificial intelligence. Basically, it's the simulation of human intelligence, enabling machines to perform tasks that typically humans themselves had to perform. Things like problem solving, complicated calculations, decision making, and this is the most interesting one, learning. In other words, absorbing information and extrapolating opinions or extrapolating more information based on what we've already taken in. One of the things that machine learning and artificial intelligence can help us with is enhanced decision making. AI analyzes extremely large data sets, much larger than what any human can take in, and it gives valuable insights and helps us make informed decisions. One of my favorite examples of this is years ago, Walmart was one of the first larger corporations to employ data scientists. So these are people who are trained to use technology to parse large amount of data. And what Walmart wanted to know was right before a storm was heading for Florida, when residents knew that a hurricane was coming, they wanted to see what items people bought at a larger percentage increase from Walmart versus other times of the year. So what Walmart did was they got their data scientists together. They then gathered data from the last 5 years from weather sources and store sales data over a 5-year period as well. Once they put all that data together, they were then able to extrapolate which items people bought as a larger percentage increase when a storm was approaching. Now, if you were to guess what you think the single item was that saw the largest percentage increase, you'd probably be thinking about something like water or bread, maybe batteries, maybe toilet paper, or if you live in Texas or Florida, maybe beer. It's no knock on Texans or Floridians. I live in Texas, right? But you would be wrong to think that any of those logical choices is the answer. The truth of the matter is the item that saw the larger percentage increase or the largest percentage increase was strawberry Pop-Tarts. Now, you have to admit they are yummy, but no one saw that coming. And in fact, if you were to ask Walmart customers that would go out before hurricanes and purchase supplies, if you were to ask them themselves, hey, which item do you think you get at a larger percentage increase than normal? None of them would have said Pop-Tarts. So it's not that humans are lying. We don't always realize what our behaviors actually are. And so sometimes we're just guessing. The beautiful thing about AI is that it allows us to look at data and make real decisions based on real information, because humans are not always logical. So I'm going to pause for just a moment and ask you a question. Have you already subscribed to this channel? If not, please go ahead and do that right now. If you have, feel free to share it with a friend who wants to stay up to date on what's happening right now when it comes to topics of foresight and technology, but maybe they just need someone who doesn't speak in jargon. I'm your girl. Pass it on. So let's look at how machine learning and artificial intelligence helps us when it comes to automation. For any given business, there's tasks that have to be done on a regular basis. And machine learning and artificial intelligence helps with automating many tasks and processes. Not only from a computing standpoint, so when you have them connected to your server in the cloud and they're actually going through the information, maybe they're double checking, perhaps they're looking for anomalies or things you should be aware of. But in addition to that, it has the ability to push information down in workflows so that rather than having to stop at individual humans to double check work, the AI does the work for you. The last thing we're going to talk about today that these forms of technology help us with is personalized customer experience. You probably remember a few years ago when we first started getting emails that said things like, "Hi, first name," or "Hi, insert first name," and it was actually your name. Now, some of them didn't set it up properly, and so it actually came through as "Hi, first name," and then we kind of thought they were corny. But some of us thought it was really cool. We're like, "Oh, I like it. You're addressing me by my name." Others were like, I don't like it. I know this is automated. It doesn't really mean anything." But what we did notice from a marketing standpoint is that people responded more positively to being called by their name versus some general salutation. Now imagine being able to do this on steroids, where you can actually craft entire customer experiences that are different based on someone's preferences. One of the industries that's doing this the best right now is the gaming industry. So we think about companies like Hard Rock or Harris. These types of gaming companies have invested a lot of money ensuring that their customer service experiences are highly customized. And now that gamers are not simply putting coins in machines, but they're using cards that track their behaviors and see how long they're in different places, they're able to then customize experiences and even advertisements to lure them back. Now, I'm not saying that all businesses need to be as sticky as gaming, but when you think about crafting a wonderful experience that someone appreciates and it's just for them, it's pretty smart to give people what they want. Speaking of pretty smart, I have an offer for you, and it would be pretty smart for you to take advantage of it. You're going to notice in the description of this video, there's a link to download my Future Ready Playbook. This playbook was designed just for you, and it's chock full of activities and worksheets that will make you more future ready. If you haven't already downloaded it, do it today.